Hello. So let me show you, if you don't already know, how it is you open up a Google Sheet to enter some data into into that kind of a piece of software. Okay? So with a Google Sheet, you begin by clicking on the Google Apps, and then you click on Sheets, and then it opens up this menu of choices. Okay, I'm going to choose a blank sheet. Okay, and what you see is you've got a spreadsheet that's arranged. It's got columns that go up and down. You can see those are identified with letter labels, and then the rows go across, and the rows are numbered, starting off with 1. Okay, so with our dice data, first thing we're going to do is we're going to name the spreadsheet. Okay, so let's call this example dice data. Okay, I'm going to put my initials there so I know who's doing this, and then today's date. Okay, today's the 20th of September, 2020. Okay, so 20 for the year, 09 for the month of September, and 20 for the day. Now I have to label what I have in my sheet. So if you follow the instructions, you should know the first thing that you should have is the roll number. And then you label the individual dice that you have in your set. I set mine up to have colors. So now I've got those individual dice set up there. And then I'm going to have a column for the total. Okay. So now I've got my columns labeled. Now I'm going to label the rows. Okay, so these are going to be the roll numbers as they happen. So 1, 2, 3, and I could type in all 30 of those. Okay, instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an autofill. Okay, I highlighted those first 3 cells, cell A2, A3, and A4. I'm going to grab on the corner here, and I'm just going to pull this down until I get to cell A31. That will be where the 30 dice rolls go. Okay. Now, if you've written down the total, that's great. Okay. Another way that you can do that, it's the same thing accomplished, is you can use a formula. Okay. So in that formula, you can tell it to do the sum, and you're going to tell it what range of cells you want it to add up. So we're going to tell it to add up from cell B2, and then a colon tells it to go through to cell F2. Okay, since we didn't have anything entered, we would get a 0 there. Now, say for example we had values of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that added up to 15. And then if we had values in the next roll of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, again, we could do the same thing. We could just drag this down all the way to our last of the cells that we're going to add up. Okay, and of course, we don't have anything there. Okay, and we just use the arrow keys to navigate through the spreadsheet. Okay, so just continue on like this until you've got all of those 30 dice rolls entered.